Hello again, my name is Russell Scott from scottcarving.com, and like what we did with Mr., we're going to start in with Mrs. I don't need to give you any more lecture other than the fact that here's where the little owie is. And again, that's the only hard part, is that's going to go onto a white cuff and a hand. So I still think, again, let me see, I can't find, this one had a really bad spot. And again, I can't see it, and I can't point it out because I can't remember. My last video I was talking about pieces, parts, and I am not going to sand. As a matter of fact, this is just a stick off the tree, and I just trimmed it, put a little bend to it, and you just drill a hole and shove it in there. That's something you can come up with. And, all right. What we're going to do is like the other, is we're just going to remember, here's the center line, the straight on center line, and then she's looking that way, so we'll put that in. And like I said, we're going to leave that alone until it's time to, especially when it comes, the Mr. will be a little more, he could be a little more choppy, but we're going to keep it as round as possible. But she's got to be round. We're not carving a witch or some old battle axe or something. She is supposed to be very, well, it's still caricature. You know, as pretty as we can. I still like to have a caricature-ish to it. And so same thing here. With the hat, we're going to do here with hers, is we want to take away from the face. Squeeze it, just not too far. Just, oh, you can do it right on the crease, but just don't get too close to the face. And same thing here. We got this here going on. And then she also has a collar. Now, while we're upside down here in the back, here's one thing that's extra, is she's got the apron tie and all of that. And I did give you enough. We'll get into the details. I'll talk about the details then. I like to have one. You take your pick which is bigger. One is going to be on top and one's going to be on the bottom. And we'll talk about the knot then. The thing is in the old days, I practically just put a couple creases in there and call it good. But I think somebody pointed out, who was that? Was that one of the famous cowboy carvers? I think it was Gerald Sears, who says that it doesn't take that much your time and effort to make it look more realistic. And he is right. That's more realistic. And that was with the bandana knot. And I think it would be the same for here. It just doesn't take that much more time. Now the way that I have the bib here, the apron, is just, there's still quite a bit showing on the back. And I want to do, I've been doing that too much of sketching and not drawing. The drawing is going straight down. That's drawing. Sketching is somewhat there, coming a little bit, take a left, no, right, left. Sketching is like you draw a perfect circle. You draw it, and then you look at it and you say, what's imperfect about that circle? Well, then you fix it. Too squashy here, comes out too far there, and you keep working and working until you get a perfect circle. That's what sketching does. But in this case, sketching would be a little distracting. You know, which line do I mean? Now, when I do my own sketching, I know what line I want. Now, she will do the same with Mr. It's just put the fingers in. Now the fingers, as you could see here, are going to go underneath. It's not going to be just, you know, the 4 fingers and thumb and that's it, like squeezing. Here I want this like she's trying to hold that pumpkin up is what I'm going for. And we make sure I give you a little extra for the thumb. Same here. You can get as close as you want. Probably even put the fingers together if you want. Oops, sketching again. Go all the way down. I want to use all of that is what I want to do. There's the thumb. Well, listen here, the thumb. I think his rotor bit kind of chopped a little, but there's still enough thumb. Same thing here, and I got to watch it this time is to the shoulder or to the elbow. Okay, I think we're ready to chop. Okay, how do we get the hat? I want to make sure the hat and hair. And then the hair is in the center. I wanted to have some hair, and then we want to have some of the collar. Oh, again, I should have got a better eraser. Lost. And then same here, we're going to put a lot of energy taking that, even though I took most of the stub off, there's still some stub. Some stub. All right. Here. Again, we want to leave the face alone. And let's start V-ing it. Let's keep her here. Where's my V? And start V-ing. I'll start with the, right now I'll start with the head because right now I'm breathing and being careful because as that time goes on, you get more and more hacky wacky. So I want to take, I'm taking from the hat, trying as little as I can, barely kissing the face. Same here, I want to give it a little extra on the chin. And again, I'll come back and okay, here's the hat. I think it's a green is pretty decent. Now here I want to commit. Now I'm going to take from the collar and make sure there's more for the hat or hair. Pardon me. So the flat end of my L tool is on the collar. Now the collar you can use this as a straight V. And as I mentioned with Mr., this particular case, Mrs. has the brown color instead of the black. You can use black. You can do whatever you want. That's why I'm hoping that when you look at it, it doesn't turn you off. Oh my God, I gotta have, no, I want a black. I want a black like the traditional. Well, you can paint it that way. It's the same with my green Santa. I have a green Santa. I just did it, painted it, and call it a green Santa for the sake of, you know, variety. You could paint that any way you want. And you look online, there's different colors. We paint not only in red, we paint in blue, green, white. One of mine is favorite is off-white Santa coat, and you have a burnt sienna as the tufts, as the fur. That comes out. I love that. I've had periwinkle. Oh, that gray. Well, it had to be a light gray. And away from the apron right after we clean this up. Away from the apron. Into the dress. And we'll just do a little bit. Here's this detail here. We're just going to commit to having something for her tie here. We're not going to get into detail. And I could see I neglected to put this in. I did neglect. He probably saw it. What about the top? Well, okay, what I want here is same here. Now my L tool, I want this one to be higher and this one to be lower. So that you want to have more, what I'm trying to, sometimes I fail, I think I fail a little bit, is more width on what's on top because what's underneath is tucked underneath. Same thing here, L tool. Oh. For a second I thought it was a woodpecker on our house again. And I believe, oh, I forgot this. Again, I want the L tool away from the front of the white part and into the dark part. I still have his hat and her hat, the traditional black and white. Again, you want to, if you can, while doing this, try to cut across against the white part so it's that much less you have to clean. And this, I forgot this side here. Her cuff, and her cuff also is going to have some three-dimensionality to it. It's going to be, oops, sticking out. I'm going to use the L tool against the cuff onto the shirt. Same here is against the cuff and onto the hand. Because again, that cuff is going to go above, and watch that thumb. There's still a lot there. Away from the cuff. Onto the hand. Oh, this side here. Away from the cuff. Onto the hand. Watch the thumb. Let's get a little bit away from the thumb into the pumpkin. Same here, away from the arm. Same here, into the pumpkin. Here, away from the cuff. Into the arm. Did neglect to do this. I wonder if I did that on the other side. Did I neglect? Yes, I did neglect it. There's away from the apron. Well, it's actually a pretty decent V if you go straight in and out. Now here we go, away from the thumb into the pumpkin. Pumpkin can be shaped anything you want, but that thumb's got to stay looking like a thumb. Same here, into the L tool, into the pumpkin. Same here, into the hand. Oh, didn't take enough off. Oh, I'll have to just a little bit here. Into the pumpkin. Same here. Probably use just a little bit more. Leave a little bit more away from. Careful, stop right there. You don't want to take that thumb off when you dig. Same with the finger, the index finger. You don't want to slip. And in here. This is more of a committing than it is of any details. Same here. this will be into the pumpkin, away from the collar. Now, I do believe I have everything V'd. One more from the elbow, straight in with your V. Okay, again, we'll take the knife. Where are you? And start shaving. Of course, we want to take the nub off. And just simply, we just want to take the fur off. Don't do too much shaping. Just take the fur off. But make sure when you take the fur off on some of these round parts, make sure you go with the carving, with the roundness as you shave this off. And you keep going and going and going, and then we'll get detail later. You'll notice here she's got some roundness to it. And well, I'll leave you to that. Just round it, just get the fur off. And then we'll come back and start doing some more and doing some detail. We'll be back. Now I'm back with the Mrs. Pilgrim here. Again, what I did is just a quick cleanup, and then, or not a cleanup, but just take the fur off. Again, I left the face. We'll do the face later. This one hopefully should be a little easier than the Pilgrim Man. We still have the hand and the face. The hat is not that difficult, but we still have this tie in the back for her apron. And so here I'm going to start with the top again. And I'm going to take my V. Where's my V? Right here. And just get in here more. Actually, L tool. It's away from the front part of the hat. Headpiece. A little bit of cleaning at the same time. I think it's right around here I need extra. I do have a thinner knife. I was talking about rounding here. A thinner knife will round better. And of course, as soon as here, let me finish this and I'll zoom in. A little bit of rounding. Watch the fingers. Let's do a little bit of zooming in. There's still a little bit of fur right there. This is a sort of a detail knife. Yeah, there. Table's wobbling a little bit. Let's get my big knife out. Now I did not, with the Pilgrim Man, I did not futz around the face. I'll leave this alone. Maybe I'll take a little bit of this off. And I think I better whiten it a little bit. And I'll leave that alone. Same with the hair. I'll just get it well started because it comes up. Still in the hat here. Let's finish the hat, and it's more of a cleaning up. It's the hair. The hair is going to go up in here. And we'll deal with that more when we do the head. I'll just take a little bit off here, just so I know where it lands. Same with over there, we'll leave that alone. And like the Pilgrim man, this sleeve is going to slope, scoop, another thing I forgot about the Pilgrim man along with the Pilgrim woman is that there's going to be a cut down here. See the separation. So that's in the way here. The separation of the collar. And not too much on the head. We'll deal with that later. Scoop. Scoop. We still in? Did I already scoop there? I did. It's here, I did not. Scoop. And again, don't worry about all this. Maybe just a little bit of cleaning up here. And we're going to get in here when we do the pumpkin. We still want to have this hair a little bit separate from her hat, her headpiece. Like I said, I'll worry about that later. Now we're going to do the same thing here. Make sure we got the from elbow to shoulder. Clean off any more of the fur. Do a little bit of cleaning here. I did mention, here let's clean this. I did mention I'll give you one. You do the other. I'll do this when it comes to detailing, but if we want to do, oops, a little bit of the undercut. I'm just going to get it started here. And don't be flinging. Don't fling any of that off there until you're sure it's cut, because you'll take up the collar. Ooh, I did a fling, but didn't. Okay, here. See how that collar comes up? And the hair is going to come up too. Again, we'll take care of that at the head. So the hair is going to come up like that. Okay, we're going to start. What should we start with? I think I did the back before with the Pilgrim. Let's clean this, Mr. Pilgrim. A little bit in there just to get started. Same thing here. Now if you want to pencil it in, I don't think we need to pencil it in. That's a good thing about doing these rough outs. You don't too much penciling. A little bit of a chip here. 3 cuts. There's the third. It should. Let's clean that a little bit. Don't take off too much like I did. There we go. When we get more into the detailing or the final, clean that up a little bit, and then like I did before with Mr. Pilgrim, put one of these in. This is Pilgrim. We're going to do, well, I'll come back to this. I'm getting ahead of the game here. We did some flicking there. There. So since we're, well, we'll do that with when we did the body here, but well, here I do want to make a stop cut here. Make this more defined. Come down. Let's go. You're gonna go down this way. Now we'll come back over here. Now this I'm going to take a little more of the arm off than I did over there because it's a little wider. That's a little better. In fact, it's got to clean up pretty quick. Do a little bit of this and a little bit of this. And I want to make sure I get this little corner in. Some fur. Then I want to do this. Oops, maybe I took too much off. So the back is relatively okay. So let's begin with the knot here. Here's our first detail. Round it up to get it workable. Pencil. Now this is relatively realistic. What's going to happen is this loop is going to go down and in between. And up. And then this is going to be cut off right there. I will be exposing more of this ribbon. Let's get my V and get it started. There's more detail to that knot than I'm showing here, but it's a little better than, you know, taking a round ball and put some X's in it. Whoops, too much of the wing in there. All right, so this is the first part here. I'm going to get her out of the way, sorry. I'm going to put it somewhere where, no, I can't. Somewhere we can still see. All right. So that's going in. We're going to have more of this more of this flat part. I'll do the ribbon part. I don't know if that's the best way to put it. And remember, we want this. Let's fix this. This is going to be round. It's going to be round. It'll be defined. It is much more difficult for me to do this at arm's length, to have it closer. Get the cut mark out of there. All right, it's going to be round, and then define this, and that goes in. Take the marks off. Let's give just a little bit of definition here of the loop. Round, take, chip. Now this comes here. Further, let's take care of that. Okay, now now let's define the ribbon. Now remember, this ribbon is going in that ribbon. So a little bit of undercut. Separation. Now this side, I'm going to use all of this. You can shrink this down, but I want to use all of all of that wood. I like that, how that brings it out. A little more cleaning and shaping with the detail knife. I like that. Whoops, where are you? So it is relatively done. I got a couple of detail. Oh, one of the things I'm going to do is how much you want to cut underneath to bring that ribbon up. That lifts it. So what's on this side here? But I want this more flat, so just a little bit of digging here. So it looks like you got in there. Okay, a little detail here while we're at it. 20 degree, and then chip. Oops. A little bit of a 20 degree in, 20 degree in. Oh, that just chips right out. Now it's the same with this side here. Let me get this cleaned up. I'm going to put this little dent here. Then this little dent here, because it's like this flat cord, as it were, flat, is squeezing in, and then we'll give it one of these. And if you want to take some of that wood off, or if you want to do a little bit of undercutting to add a little bit of shadowing. Same with the other side. This. And put this in. A little bit of cleaning. A little bit of undercut. See what's up here, a little bit of undercut. When you do that undercut, it adds a nice shadow. Now you could, I have not done it to this one. We can just leave it as is, or you can still put a little bit of some dents in there if you want. And then also you can add more. You can do all kinds of things to that. All right, I want to go around to the front. Now I'll take my V, and I want to do a little bit of, away from the pumpkin into the arm. So this arm is going down, and then now the forearm, do the same thing with the forearm, away from the pumpkin into the forearm. There. Shape the pumpkin just a little bit round the pumpkin. At the same time, you're going to put definition in the arm. Same here. Keep that bend. Oops. Keep that bend going. And now one of these. Let's shoot this first over here. Now what you could do, what I did here is I thought it wasn't enough. Sometimes I would put an extra, and that adds a little more to it. Now again, here's the, get out of there. Here's the cuff, V. Where's the V tool? It's right in front of me. There it is. More definition, same with here. Watch the thumb. Watch the thumb. So an L tool, my L tool, we'll go into the arm, away from the cuff. Same with away from the cuff into the hand. We'll be shaping the hand later. Because we do want the cuff wider than the arm. Now under here I could do more of this. There we go. Now let's take Mr. here. arms are, oops, where are you? There you are. The arms, they're kind of about the same. She can have smaller arms, but this I could have done more. I could have brought more up, cut more this way. But this is when you take your, where is he? Here he is. That's what we got so far. And then you can compare. And then, like I always say, whatever is the smallest, you fix it. And then you take the bigger one and make it like the smaller one. Same what we did here is I went to dig in there, rounding the pumpkin. Watch the thumb, and then rounding the sleeve and the arm. Again, more shadowing in there. Okay, we'll round the pumpkin later. All right, we'll come back to the hand later. I want to come back over here, do the same thing. Where's my V? And let's see if this isn't going to hurt that chip there. Oh, I can feel the wood is really tough right here. Go in the right direction, the correct direction. Same thing here. I'm going to get this started with the V. Watch the thumb. Away from the pumpkin, or actually, yeah, away from the pumpkin into the arm. Same thing here, we're going to round that pumpkin and the arm at the same time. See, that's off there. You've got that. See, like, look at that nice shadowing there. Watch the thumb. I'll deal with that later. Now we continue on here. How does the other arm look? Arm in. Rounding that arm a bit. I guess you'll see some. There. Okay, same here, like we did with Mr. Is we round this just a little bit. I don't think I did that here around. Yeah, I did not do this. I need to do this. This is a heavy bush. I think we'll get that more when we do the hand. Same with over here, just like getting it started. again, a little, oh, here, oops, let's round this first. A little bit of undercut. Did I do the undercut here? Straighten this a little bit. Nice undercutting going. Undercut. Where are you? Oops. Careful. Okay, we did undercut, we just got to take away that junk here. Okay, let's move on to the, well, I think I want to move on to the pumpkin first, because then we're going to take away from, and what we're doing, let's just do a little bit of this from the thumb. Take away from the pumpkin, away from the hand, and just a little bit of that. Watch the thumb. Still want to take from the pumpkin because we want to leave for the fingers. Okay. Let's get in there, get that pumpkin out of there. Get up on it here. Is there a chip there? That's a chip there. Yeah. All right, I want to get, well here, let's get this part. I want to separate the collar away from the, oops, let's do that now. a little more roundness here. Now I want to try to separate the two, but I don't think it's going to be very easy to do that. And so this is what, let me clean this, is that what I neglected on my Mr. Pilgrim. This is here. Now remember, she's turning her head a little bit. I don't think I can get a feed tool in there, so about 20 degrees one way, 20 degrees the other way. So at least we can commit to separation of the collar. And we'll deal with it more when we do the face, the head. But at least we pretty well committed to it. All right. Now with this, let's begin the hands. I think we did smooth out the hands pretty decently, I think. Let's start with the thumb. It's got to be taken a little bit here in this hand. There. Now this hand does not give much on the thumb. Is that true? Oh, I think it's the other way around. It's like I got too much of thumb here. That's why. Flatten it a little bit. Rounding it. Now here, take quite a bit off here into the pumpkin. Okay, I think one hand might be a little bigger than the other. I think it's this one here. It's a little bigger. Okay, here we go. Let's get to the hand here. Or get to the fingers, pardon me, we're at the hand. Put the roundness here right away. Flatness here right away. Right now, this is different than Mr. Pilgrim, is because we got the wider hands and the pinky is underneath underneath the pumpkin. So we got fingers that are more separated. Here. There. In fact, let's really widen that pinky. thing I may have done wrong was I had the hand, oh, it is probably hand coming underneath, so it's coming up. So that's right. So middle. Let's color that in. Okay, okay, let's get started here. I want to go in. I don't want to go in the middle of I don't want to go here and go out because you'll take that fingertip off. And here it's going to be a bit deeper. Careful, careful you don't take it off this way also. Here's the big one. Okay, now I can do this very carefully, so I don't take that tip off. Just a little at a time, a little at a time. Don't take that tip off. Okay, now the fingers is a little wider because you'll see more pumpkin. More on the pinky, and then we're going to take the pinky down because it's going to, there we go, because it's going to round the pumpkin. Okay, now we got it started. Same on this side, in, not out. So I want to go down a little bit. Here's the big one. Let's start at the top here and work our way. A little at a time. Same with you, take a good chunk of that hand off so the pinky don't look too wide, which we will be fixing. We're just getting started. We're going to do some more shaping when we get down there. Start on this side. This time about 10-degree in. Now here we really need to be more careful than we were with the Mr. Pilgrim because his fingers were together. Hers are separated. Yeah. We're hoping to see some more pumpkin in between the fingers. I think that's what I got here. That's what we're aiming for, is more pumpkin between the fingers. I think I'll have to come back later and really straighten that out as much as I can. Doing that brushing again with my knife. Now this has to come in a little bit. And I'm going to do everything at the same time and move that and then round at the same time. The other one I did step by step. Here I'm going to go finger by finger. Now here comes the money shot. I'm really going to widen this. Be careful you don't snap that finger off, that pinky off. And now that you're widening, now you can get your tip inside or underneath the fingers, between the fingers that is. shaping of that. And the pinky is like about here-ish. I went kind of at an angle. Because I want to use as much as that of that wood as I can for the pinky. Cut this a bit, and then use a little more of this. Need a little more here. Careful. Again, as much of that wood I want to use. Now we're rounding the hand a little bit. Now that is pretty darn good. Again, I could use more of that wood to widen that pinky. To make this more the definition here. There we go. Now I'll do some rounding. I think it's still a little too long. There we go, some rounding. Like I said before, around here, around here, around here. I think we need a little more height. A little bit more with the thumb. Come down with the thumb. Index sticks out more than the thumb. Okay, other than cleaning up and a little more shaping, there's quite a bit more shaping. Let's start again. Oops, sorry about that. Let me take a, while you're looking at that, I'm looking at, well, take a drink here. Wait. Here we go. Again, a little, are you in? Are you in or out? A little more. At like about 20-degree angle in one direction. And 20-degree angle just to get it started. And again, now that you're separating, you gotta get the knife in between. Okay, which direction did I go? Oh. Now I do, it does look like I'm in a little more separation here. I don't have as much wood for the ring finger on this one. I think that might be true. Take the tip. That's a little small. Oh, let's do this. Let's do the top of the index. Now this goes back. There we go. Rounding it a little bit. Rounding the tip. Oh, I think I may took the middle finger off a little bit more than I should. I'll take one of the index. Might be a little concerned but I took a little more off from the ring finger. That, and I don't think I left enough for the middle finger. The pinky will come back. Let's round this a little bit, if that'll help. Take tip off. I think I may have not given enough pinky width on this one. Oops, 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 oops. Careful. Oh, you gotta cut it into the hand. Let's see if I can take more off here to offset it just by a little bit. I think that may have helped some. That helps some. Yeah, I'm sorry, that pinky didn't work as well as the first one. Well, quite a bit of cleaning up to do. I want to kind of leave that. And what we need, what I'd like to do is get the apron and coat, or apron and skirt. I'll take, you can either take your knife, but I'm going to take my number 5 again. And really go nice and wide. Yeah, you can hear a lot of that's what you can do, is dig deep. A lot of oomph into that. Make it a nice sweep though. Don't stop. You do that, I gotta come back and then come back again. Then I gotta come back again. Just want it in one nice sweep. Every time I stop, I gotta do it again. Okay. Again, a lot of picking, and I don't know if you want to watch me picking, so I might as well move on to the major stuff. In fact, other than the face, a little bit of the apron, and we've got the skirt, and that's about it. Now what I want to do is have a nice undercut and have it kind of swing out. Swing out. And then cut back in. All right. Be careful with the thumb. And you don't have to, since this is going to be underneath, you really don't have to undercut as deep. Just make the underneath a little farther in than the outer part of the skirt. skirt a little bit. There's a little bit of fur there, rough off fur. Yeah, a little bit of cleaning up there. Now here, like I said, how do I undercut? Bring that shadow, a nice shadowing coming out there. All right. All right, I'm just going to do a little cleaning up here, a little bit of scooping, and we'll put some dent in the skirt, some waves. And then I'm going to take a break because the next thing is actually the, I have to put this down, is the face, and we'll do that a little later. I'm going to take a break first. I'm going to do this, same as what I did with the mister, his coat. This is a number 11 about whatever that is, a number 11 about 10. And I'm just putting this little and you can make it more perfect if you want. This is a sort of a caricature, quick. Oh shoot, I'll fix that. So can I fix that? Just a bit, because its clothing is imperfect, basically. So I'll take this off. Yeah, take the knife to this, don't just fling it off. Well, like I just did there, but don't fling it off with your chisel. You cut in and just don't fling it. And then we could do what I like to do, something like this, kind of take the Sharpie off. Just smooth it out here. Take the sharpness so it doesn't look too much like it's a machine cut. You go around doing that. Okay. Now, as for the pumpkin, I'll just put before I take that break here, because the pumpkin comes around, so it's about here, and it does not have to be perfect, and I don't want it particularly in her face either. That's where we're going to drill a hole, and then I'll put these, I'll probably just get it started. Do one a little wider, one a little narrow. Oops, you want to go to straight down. It's got to go straight down to the bottom. All right, I'll take my V just to get it started here. And it doesn't have to, the distance does not have to be perfect. All right. And then watch the pinky. And then what I've done is you can take a sharper V to kind of get it deeper if you want. Or the knife. That's I like to put some nice definition to it. And then watch the fingers. And just round it, take the knife and just smooth it a little bit. It's not too sharp. Again, you're taking the sheen off of it. Oops. It depends on how deep you want it. It generally is not too deep, but sometimes you put deep will add some. That's a little bit. I went a little too cutty there, but okay. Generally, that's about it for now. I'll be right back with the face. Let's see how it works with this. Let's move this out a little bit. How we're doing here. The hand, I think I might need to push the hand back a little bit, or the fingers back a little bit, might. If we go here, he's still not too tall, he's still taller. And that's what I want to do, is I want to do the faces basically together. I wonder if I should have one for both, I'm not sure. But there she is for now. I guess I'll be back for the face. Right now, I'm going to take a break. All right, now it's time to do the face here. Let's make sure we got good lighting as best we can. Okay, light is just butted up as best we can here. So there's some shadowing going on. So let's get started. Yeah, geez, too much shine on there. I don't like shine on a carving. It looks too plasticky. Trust me, that is wood. All right. like Mr. I'm going to start by just getting started around wide cheeks, and then the temple, blah, 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 blah. Around the eyes, same here. Cheeks are round. There we go. Is that a little better? Cheeks are round. And then the temple in. I think I might need to do some more in. And we'll get there. When I get doing the eyes, I'll fix that. This is just to get kind of see our border here. Now come back on the hair here. The hair is imperfect, so it does not have to be perfect. All right, start off. Oh, you know what? I need to. No, I don't need to. Pencil? I got my mechanical pencil this time. Let's keep doing some adjustments here. Now let's just do a little bit of zooming in. I just can't get my hand in there with the pumpkin. That's what I did. And this is going to be a little more difficult because you got to hold on to that pumpkin so it don't snap. Just starting the nose, just starting to pull the nose out. Next. Now she's supposed to have a smaller nose, of course. And I'm going to do this dip. This is a dip, non-stop, even dip. Let's get the profile going here now. She still has a hooked nose. From the tip of the nose. And use the tip of your knife. Getting better, but we're still working on it. And this nose comes at an angle like this. And then, yeah, angle towards the nose, and it goes down towards the mouth. Like that. There's a good start. Now, as we did before, let me just, while I'm here, let's just take some of the fur off. I'm going to take some of the fur off right away. I'll do the cheeks later. Here's my mechanical pencil. Where's that line? Center line. She's still looking. Let's see, where's Mr.? And Mr. has his head still turned. And we want to try to keep the face relatively the same size, give or take. Okay, now I don't like the nose. Let's take the fur off the nose and make it a little thinner at the same time. A little thinner, not, just be careful. It doesn't have a beak. All right, again, now we're going to do this from here with my number 11 about either the 10, 7, or 4 millimeter. I'm going to use all of them, I guess, like that. Ooh, again, let's get that out of the way. It's realize with the man how much this is going to be out of focus because it's looking at something else. I hope it isn't. And so from about here, and she's going to smile a bit. That's why you can see the cheeks are high. But I want to start with, and then I want to put this in. Just penciling this in so we don't forget or get too hacky-wacky. I want some hair. Forehead hair, because she's got hair down here. Okay, let's get, this is too big. He's too big. Where's the second one down? We'll do this. Now again, as we've done the mister, this is me free-handed, 45-degree angle this way. This way, not straight up and down, and not to the side, but 45-degree angle. And we're going to come around. It's a little deep. And we're just getting started to get, and then come around this way. This is like almost straight up and down. And this is almost straight up and down. So you got here's the smile, smile curve. And then we're going to boogers out of there. Just getting started on that, just to get a feel. Same on this side, 45. It should be one single scoop. I seem to have stopped. It goes, this goes up and then down. Same here, it should go up and then down. And then we got this little temple here. Okay, getting started. I can see it's not even, but we'll work on it. Now while I got this, I'm going to move ahead and just start to get this started. What we need to do is we need to barrel the mouth. And we need to do both of these at the same time because, as you've seen in the mister, is we need to know where the eyeball is in order to know where the width of the mouth is. All right, now, where's my smaller one? Now I want to get a little deeper here, just a little deeper. And again, we'll be doing much more adjustments. Now the eye is just about ready to go, but what I want to do, just go to a different thing here. Oh yeah, here's my small V. I want to get the hair out because I want to do this at the same time here. Now this is my L tool. It's flat against the forehead, bringing the hair out. That's why I'm doing, instead of just doing one piece at a time, one subject at a time, this is all got to go together. There. And the reason why is when we start doing smoothing, I want to know where that hair is. All right, a little adjustment here. Some adjustments. Now, I don't know about you, I have the tendency when I do the face that one side is deep this way and it's not as deep this way, or vice versa. Okay, take my knife, where's one of my detail knives? And I want to do this, I want to put the little angle in there. Now, even on a lady's face, this is the only real sharpest point. But again, to get to figuring out the face, sometimes I do use a knife or a V, do it sharp and then come back and finish rounding it off. See, we're just getting there. Now I might choose to, at this time, take the fur off the cheek. It's really starting to annoy me at this point. Same with the barrel of the mouth. It kind of adds to the barrel when I clean that up. Same with the other side. I'm sure there's going to be more cleaning later on. I'll leave the chin alone, chin and neck alone. That's mostly gone. And while I'm at it, I'll bring up the forehead, because I'm going to be bringing up the forehead anyways. That might change the depth of the eye socket that I might want to reevaluate. All right. Just a little bit of it. Well, I'll be taking the eyeball off when I shape the eyeball. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. I want to do another extra scoop here. Get the tip. I still want to get in more. There we go. A little more shaping before I get the eyeball in. That's my round tool. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Okay. Let me get a little more here. Make sure well, I'll come back to the barrel later. It's almost as good. Maybe no. All right. I am going to need to put my goggles on because and of course, as you know from my other videos, is when I start playing with it, and I got to move this, is I'm going to bang into the camera as I look up to make sure that you're in the camera. All right. Still not good there. Well, we're just going to have to go with it. Go with what we got here. All right, pencil in the eye. The eye line, pardon me. Now here I'm going to try to make the eye a little smaller than his, or about the same. Seem to keep hitting the plastic. I think our eyes are getting a little bit too wide here, and then a little here, and then go up, and a little down here, and then go up. Now I got to take a look at it at a distance here. How does that look? Well, all right, let's, like I said, the eyeball is here, or the pupil is here, about thereabouts. I just wonder if it's easier with my other pencil. Yeah. Now the smile line, so we want it kind of high, like that. You know, in profile, you could see that's better than having it, you go down to the center. One of the things that I do when I do from a block of wood or a cutout is I like to get that chin. Let's do that now. Just get that chin started to make sure that because once you start cutting and cutting, it's not, the mouth is no longer as high as it should be. So it's straight. And as I mentioned with Mr., and a little bit of that jawline will come back, but I want to at least commit to some of this straight down, not too rounded. A little bit of that jawline will come back to that. As I mentioned, the shoulder. So this would be the deepest. We'll come back out to all that. But I just want to at least make sure that we're not going to take off too much of that neckline. So pencil. So from here to here. How does that look on the camera? It's like, yes, it looks like it's off. For some reason, when I did Mr., you could see that, just here, maybe a little bit here. Trust me when I say that, I can't be that screwy, but it almost looks like it's not right. Well, the left side is pretty decent. The right side is, some reason it just does, the camera just makes this cockeyed. Okay. One more in the mouth. So I want to start with the mouth. And I'll go like a 45-degree angle this way. 45-degree angle this way. We do not want it sharp. Flip it. 45-degree angle this way. 45 this way. And 45 this way. And this way. Get out of there. Looks like she's got some cheese and crackers in her mouth there. There we go. Where are you? There you are. All right. Now I want to put a line, cut, and a chip. I think I may have done a little different with Mr. And a cut, and a chip. We still in? Chip. And there she is there. Now I want to do this. It goes down and then back up again. Down and then back up again, kind of a thing. Just the tip and not too deep. Just enough to put the shadow line in. So it goes up, down, back up again. Just with the sharp tip, and back up again. I'm getting there. Now I want to do the top lip. Like I said, she's going to have a smaller nose. And we're going to come back when we're doing the eyes, and fix that a little better. The bridge. There we go. That pops right out. And then just bring this up a little bit here. Bring this up a little bit here. Nostril. About 30, don't make sure it's at an angle. Coming this way. Nostril coming this way. Away from the nose towards the mouth. All right, that's a good start. Let's take the pencil off. There's a good start. Right. Now, this is what I did not do. I'll do that with Mr. is that it goes this kind of a thing. And that's referred to the top. And if it gets, and it does get a little too sharp up here, we'll come back to that and round it. Same with this side here. There's the lip. One more. Put that little snot trough. And any more adjustments, we'll come back later to adjust this. But at least we got most of the mouth in, or the top of the mouth and the cheek, nose. Now the bottom. Like I did with Mr. It's about half, because I want to give a lot of lip. You can always take bottom lip back, and it's going to go right about here. That's the thing I screwed up, or not screwed up, did with Misters. It's sharp going down, and then it's shallow going up on this side. But we'll get to it. But she's got a smaller kisser, as it were. The Mister, the same here, is sort of like the hourglass. Okay, here comes the delicate stuff. You could probably start with the V, but I don't want to start with the V. What's my smallest round tool? Number 11, about 4-ish. Is that it? That probably... Oh, where are we here? Oh, here comes the cat. Ethel, get out of here now. Don't be such a pester. And you come up. Yeah, I got it. Ethel. I think I look up and oh good, you don't see the cat. She's just practically right up on me here. Careful, this is kind of somewhat free-handed. I need this to go up right here, a little sharper. There's a little booger there that just don't want to come out. Well, anyways. Okay, now you can see Ethel. Ethel, I'm doing a video here. Ethel, she wants me to pet her. Go on now. Go on now. Go on. Like I said, I named her Ethel because at the time we had Lucy. Lucy is now gone, and Ethel is left. A little bit of shaping here. Now, in reverse here. Oh, where's the correct one here? And do the same here. Kind of committing to the chin. And all of that will be smoothed out. Because what happens next, after I just smooth it a little bit here, and she's got a round chin, is we want to take a little bit of this off. Raise the cheeks just a little bit here. Careful, I don't take that off, and now I'm going to smooth this a little bit. Because what we want to do is to get the bottom lip tucked in under. If you look at other people's lips, is how it just kind of tucks right in. It's kind of hard to do it at this angle here. It just tucks right in. Oh, I need to make some adjustment here. Okay, other than cleaning up and odds and ends, probably going to leave the lip alone. let's get back up to the eye. I think we're going to do just a little more. I'll take my smaller one. Just a little deeper here. A little deeper in the well here. Eyeballs are a little off. But when I carve the eyeballs in, we can do the adjustments there. But we want to have a good base. Need a bigger round. Let's get the eye back in, drawn back in. Take our knife and we draw the eye with the tip. We in with the tip. It's kind of hard to, whoops, I think that might be, I might get a little too large again. The tip. Now this one you start almost straight at an angle and then come scoot back up. Now I gotta take a look here. What do we got? They're bulging a little bit. I think we're okay. I think. So again, look, extra oomph right here and here. Because we're going to make chips to round the eye. Ooh, that eyeball is big. Oh boy. I goofed up. That eyeball is big. This angle looks really big. Oh boy. Let's see what we can do about that. I could probably go in again. Oh yeah. Oh man. How can we fix this? I don't think we, other than starting over again. I'll just go through the motion of putting eyes in and I can fix it later. We have to take the chip out. It's not too shabby. Maybe the best is to make the other eye just as big. Now I was too much going into looking at this eye that I forgot the steps. Step is, let's take the chip off. You're starting to rounding the eye. So when you do yours, make it a little smaller, the eyes, the eyeballs. And then from the bottom, from the bottom up. And then down. Clean that up a little bit. I wonder if I can get deeper in there and start over again on that eye, but I'm not sure. I'm going to take them around this a little bit because I'm cleaning up and kind of putting the lower eyelid in. I think I'll do that. I might do that later. I'll fix the eye. Right now I just want to go through the steps of putting the eye in. Clean that up a little bit. with my brush that is my perfectly worthless brush here, because it's a paintbrush. There's no stiffness to it. Now if I were to just move this over a little bit here, that'll help. I'll probably have to work with it later, but it might be okay as is. I don't know. Yeah, because it got a little too low over here. Maybe if I were to... Oh, that's right. Here, let's do this again. Down and then up. And then, that's one of the things I neglected to do, is to come down. It's still in. I wonder if that helped a little bit. So in review, you draw in the eyes, draw with your knife, and then you do the push down on the sides, and then you come back and you chip it away, start rounding, and then we start from the bottom up, so we can just get a little bit underneath the upper lid. That's starting to come out not too bad. And then we come from the top down, because we want this part right here to be the highest. All right. Let's clean up here. Now what I want to do, clean up a little bit. Take my, some more of the fur off of there, and I'll come back with the temple and all the outside. Take my little, where's my tiny V? Now this one here, remember she's the lady here, so it's kind of light, just enough to say that this is not a Santa. And the thing is that I goofed up is we want it as close to the eye as possible. There, this one's going to turn out. This one's better. See, this is what we want right here. For some reason, this eye to my right is not working. Gee whiz. Oh, I tore some wood. Let's do this again. Close to the eye. It's still a little far. Okay. Back to the cheek. I want to cut a little bit of this cheek. A little bit of this cheek off. To make it fit the other. And we want to take as much of these cuts off of here because she doesn't have baggy eyes unless you want her to be an older woman. So it's not too shabby. Okay, I'm going to kind of end it with, not end it, but continue on. Yeah, I just kind of get close to ending the face. Let's see if it's better if I take this off and put my reading skepticals on. See if that'll be better, because what I want to do is I want to draw and I want to separate. I want to make a shadow. Oops, careful, careful. don't cut into the cheek. I may have round into the temple. And let's pull that right out of there. See how the shadow, except other than cleaning up, still taking some of those bags out of her eyes. Come around a little bit because we got to do the, when I do the jawline, I'll fix that. And I still want to take some of this off in there, get a little bit more separation. A little bit more separation. I might separate some more later. That didn't help again. Same with this side now. Remember, wide with the cheek. I got too wide, and then in with the temple. A little bit of the temple and take a little bit of the hair. See how that shadow is starting to come in? Yes, it needs cleaning and adjustments, but you can see the shadow. Let's look on this side. Let's get a little closer. Okay, I want to work the jawline a little bit here, because it's going up to the ear. We're pretending that the ear is right here. We're not pretending it is there, but see that, and then the jawline comes up. Come on. And then I want to separate the hat from the hair. Like here. And then here. And then here. And then separate the hat from the collar. Get up in there. Oh, what is this? Get out of there. Get out of there. As I'm saying that to Chip because the cat just left. She got bored, and there we go. But I think I might work a little bit more on the hair. It might be okay. And a little bit more on the hat too. Same on this side. Let's get the jawline in. And taking a little bit of the hat off. Separating the hat from a little bit from the cheek, and then of course from the hair. Oh, I'm going to do this. Get some of this. Oops. Yeah, she's still starting to bug me, all these pencil marks and other things. We'll get to it. Okay, now I'm going to separate the hair, my hair from the hat. All right. Now let's a little bit here more from the hair. Now, the hair from the collar, finger out of the way. Now the thing about this Pilgrims is they're not wearing bikinis or anything like that, or any modern stylish clothing. They get the collars right up to the neck, so that does cover a lot that we don't have to carve. But take that in consideration, that here's the shoulder, and then here is the other shoulder, and this is supposed to be the deepest part. Let's do a little bit. Let's just deepen it a little bit here. Just put a little English in it because and come down this way a little bit. And then bring it just a little bit. Or what you can do if you want to, I'm not going to do that here, is do I have some neck? No, I don't have any neck. A little bit of cheating here because you could probably have the collar come here and you have the neck. Maybe let's make the neckline a little more pronounced here. Just a little bit. So we can see she has a neck. Put this back in. Oops. I was going to put the line back in, but I had some adjustments here. There we go. Look at that head. Needs a little more trimming. Now there's going to be a lot of this and that. Around the nose a little more. Don't make it too flat. Which I did, I think, in my Mrs. Claus. She did turn out to be nose is a little flat. And it just keeps adjusting, and I'm just wasting your time. Just keep adjusting. But that's just kind of generally that, other than cleaning up and adjusting. Oh, hair. Let's get the hair in. Just a little. Same with here. Same with Mr. Just a little, it's relatively straight, but a little bit, maybe a little bit of curve. Not too straight and not too curvy. The knife. A little more cleaning up. cleaning up, adjustments. You can use your knife instead. Then a little bit this way. Some of this way going on. Cleaning up there. A little cleaning. Still more adjusting here and there. Fixing and cleaning. Let's see how it looks. Because the next, yeah, I got these eyes a little deeper. Less deep is, I think, more feminine or more, yeah, feminine or character, whatever. What is Mr.? His isn't so deep either. So what does it look like? It's about the same, the nose, the mouth. Okay, his head is a little bigger, but tiny bit bigger. Okay, I'm going to come and I'm going to do the stem. I'll be right back. All right, I went downstairs and got some pieces of stick pieces. I cut a hole. It's about a 3/8, give or take-ish. And I took the drill. Now I got one of those long bits. The drill into long bits kind of a thing. And I did a little bit of this. A little bit of roundness to it. You can, if you want, put a little bit of roundness to it. And any stick will do, or you can get a stick in the, make sure it's a drier one. So if it's dry, here's what I'll do is get it started. These are dry sticks, yard sticks. I have oh my goodness, I got to think about, what is it, a locust tree. And it comes up with these, no, this is not a good example, but it comes up with a lot of funny, interesting knots and stuff. It's really cool. I always say it gives the lawnmower an extra crunchy sound to it. extra crunchy sound. But really knotty looking, wizard sticks. This is nice and dry. Ooh, it has a nice feel to it. Wish I had most of my wood for carving is like that. Okay. Nah, just a little more of a shave. Just so I can get the stick in there. Now what you could do and want to do, I hope I can do it here. I'll have to work with that drill some more. But anyways, I don't want it to be too much. Oh, you're not paying attention here. Like I said, I'll work with this part. But what I want to do, I'm hoping to add just a little bit of a turn to it. And I want the base. If you'll notice on the pumpkins, they have that, the stem have a base. And then it comes out. Now I want to scoop here. Just put a little bit of turn to it. You can put as much turn to it as you want. See, maybe a little bit of turn here at this angle, and a little bit of away at this angle. Careful getting close to breaking it. I want to make it a little more longer. I don't want it too long. It's going to get right in, up to the chin. little bit of adjusting. Oops. And just a matter of shaping. Like I said, after the video, I'll futz with this a little more. Oh, where are you, paint? Yeah, you got it still. All right, I'm getting a little too much sun now, but I got some adjusting and cleaning to do. This is what I'm going to leave it at. If you want to deepen the nose a little more, I'm fine with it. Look at the back, the hair. Let's take another look at the knot. I did do some cleaning up. A little bit of cleaning up. And the hair needs more chipping. And I got this nice, about number 5, my number 5, and some roundness here. All right. Whoops. Okay, let's bring the mister in. There they are, ready for Thanksgiving. And that buckle is still perfect on the hat. I did not do. See, I might straighten his out. I think he's got still too much of a Herman Munster look with the eyebrow. Might fix that a little bit. Here is, I didn't put this crease that I put in here. I did not put it in hers. Hers is more, I want hers to be more dainty. And a little more adjustment here and there. And there they are. Looking at each other, like I said. You can just have them standing here like this. And they're kind of looking at each other. Or you can turn it just a little bit. Or what you can do is this way, like I said, if you put it this way, they walk together, but now they got to the group there. And they're looking at each other's, their peoples. Oh, there's where the ladies are. Oh, there's where the guys are. I don't know. Or you put it like this, and you turn it like they were talking to each other, and then you just came by and interrupt, or you're part of the conversation. You do that. Anyways, there it is. No, they're not spatting. Let's leave it like this. There we go. They're a couple. They're a happy couple. And there we are. Happy Thanksgiving.